Hi, it's Alicia Little, and in this episode of the Digital Jampreneur, I was interviewed by Jamaica's Technology and Digital Alliance. The JTDA is enabling and empowering the IT sector for Jamaica and the Caribbean. Okay, let's get into the interview. Hi, everybody. I'm Alicia Little. I'm the CEO of POW Social Media, which is the Caribbean's leading digital marketing agency. And I'm also CEO of Internet Income Jamaica, which is a training center based out of Kingston where we teach people how to take the skills that they already have and we teach them new skills and teach them how to turn that into an online business. I've been marketing online for the past 21 years. So the last time I had a job was 21 years ago. I currently live between Kingston, Jamaica, up in Jacks Hill. I've got this beautiful place on the mountain. It's beautiful. And then also in Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm really excited to be here today. And I love talking about helping people to make money on the internet. I actually went to Tulane University, and at Tulane, my undergrad is in environmental science and earth studies. And then I got a master's. I went to the Tulane School of Public Health and Tropical Medicine, and I got a master's in environmental science, environmental health and policy. So I have a MSPH. And then, I was using that to really get into the environmental field. I worked in the mayor's office, in the environmental affairs office for the mayor of New Orleans. And then I went on to work at the White House. I also worked at the United States Environmental Protection Agency in Washington, D.C. And then now I am an online entrepreneur. So I get this question often, like, how did you get started in the online space? You see, when I was growing up, my dad told me and my sister that in order to have wealth and really, live in those nice houses, he used to put us in the back of the car. And on Sunday, we would go driving around and we would look at houses and he'd be like, see that house right there? A professor lives in that house. See that house over there? A professional athlete lives in that house. So in our mind, we said we either need to be a professor or a professional athlete. My sister went on to be the professional athlete. She actually was a professional golfer. She played in the women's LPGA and she was on tour for a while. And I went on to be a professor. I was like, I'm going to make money being a professor. But through that journey, and so that was my field, environmental studies. Through that journey, I actually met a man who I would partner with. And he said that he wanted to learn how to turn his knowledge into a course on the internet. And if I would want to work with him to do that. So I was like, sure, that sounds exciting. This is back in the year 2000 when the internet was like new and exciting and this new thing. So I was like, yeah, sure, I will do that. And so we did that together and we were so successful with it that I eventually dropped out of the PhD program I was in because I realized that I was so passionate about the environmental space and I wasn't going to build the true wealth that I wanted as a professor. So, I had a turning point in about 2007, the year 2007, when our online business made almost $3 million. We were at like 2.7 million US dollars. Let me just rephrase that. Is this mic on? Let me make sure you guys hear me. It's US dollars. And so it was a great time. I eventually left him in 2010 and left the business and had to start over again. So 11 years later, I've worked to really rebuild a business. And so that's how I was in the environmental field. But then through meeting someone and seeing his passion for wanting to be in the online space, learned it, got into it, was successful in it. And I still recycle. So I'm still big in the environmental space. I'm just kidding. I only recycle, but I haven't really done much in the environmental space other than, I love the environment. I'm still passionate about it, but it just, being an entrepreneur just became that path that I took and kind of left the career path behind. The question, why Jamaica? I could be anywhere in the world, and you'll often find me all over the world. I mean, I've traveled to all over India. I've traveled, Nigeria, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand. I have just been all over Asia, the United States, Canada. Why Jamaica? Well, my dad is from Jamaica. He was born in Kingston and grew up in Maypen. And although I was born in America, I'm considered a Jamaican. That's what I call myself. I'm a Jamaican. But my dad's dream for me was to become an ambassador for Jamaica. And growing up, he would always say, "Oh, I really want you to be an ambassador for Jamaica." And so I didn't really want to go the political route to be an ambassador. So anyway, I got an invitation in the year 2010 to come and present at Jamaica's first ever digital marketing summit. It was like the first ever event in Jamaica about making money on the internet. It was held by this amazing guy named Paul Bryant, who ran this company named Gift. And so I said yes. My sister said yes. And then he was like, "We don't have any other speakers. Do you have any friends?" And we were like, yes. And our friends came. And my sister and I were so excited to be back in Jamaica. And we'd been traveling to Jamaica a little bit back and forth, but mostly staying in Montego Bay and vacationing and stuff. But when I saw the conditions of how a lot of people were struggling financially, and I said, wow, we have a solution that could really help these people. After doing that first event, we came back and we did another one, and we came back and we did another one. And the next year we did 2 more. And then UTech actually brought us in and said, "We want you guys to do an event for UTech." So we did an event. UTech, promoted it, invited other people in, and the event sold out. And they did another one and it sold out until eventually we were like, why don't we just open an office here? So we had an office in Florida. We closed that office, opened an office in Jamaica, moved to Jamaica full time. And my sister married a Jamaican, had 2 kids, we're in Jamaica. And so I always tell my dad, you know what? I'm not the ambassador that you might have wanted me to be, but I'm an ambassador of a different type. I'm an ambassador in that I am really working to help the people of Jamaica to create other opportunities for themselves by teaching them what they need to be truly global. And my dad was like, "Okay, sounds good." So it fulfilled his desire to want me to really do something for Jamaica. And that was something that I heard as a kid growing up all the time, was that he wanted to make sure me and my sister did something for Jamaica. So that's why I'm there. I now have a place there. When I'm not there, I rent it on Airbnb. And I don't even know how many staff members we have, but a lot, probably close to 30 between POW Social and Internet Income Jamaica. So, it's home. Last year when the pandemic hit, boy, it was a time where people were scared. They're losing their jobs. I mean, we're still in that time when there's so much uncertainty. And it became the time when people were, pre-pandemic, people looked at me as the lady that does the internet thing. I mean, people would stop me in the grocery store and be like, "Are you that lady that does the internet thing?" And I was like, "You mean teaches people how to start an online business?" "Yeah, that thing right there." I'd be like, "Yes, that's me." And they're like, "Oh, I see you all over YouTube." I'm like, "Okay." And that would be it. But now people are like, "You're the lady who teaches people how to make money online. I need to talk to you." The conversation started shifting. I had spent so much time in Jamaica telling people that it's possible to do it, and it's not a scam when you've got the right knowledge and you know what to do. I mean, so many times people thought what I was teaching was a scam or not real, and it took me years and years and years to really build trust. So now pandemic hits, people want to know, but guess what? They don't have the funds to now take our courses and hire our coaches and go through our training. So the NCB Foundation stepped up and said, "Hey, we want you to teach people who are unemployed because of the pandemic put them into a coaching program and we will fund it. I was like, dream come true. So we hired maybe 9 of our students to be coaches. We had sessions, a few sessions a week, and people came on the sessions, they got our courses. It was intense. And the people that did well, it was life-changing for them. I mean, we had stories of people who weren't sure where they were going to live or have their next meal, now making thousands of dollars online. We have students who went on to publish books and started big businesses. And when I tell you thousands of dollars online, I mean, we had one lady during the pandemic time who reported that she made $42,000 from the scholarship that she got and built an amazing business. And so she has a book on Amazon. I bought it. I bought 5 of them just to support her. But thanks to the NCB Foundation, people got an opportunity to take our courses. And it was really important because the people that came into this program, a lot of them were in a position where if they didn't do this, who knows? They didn't have a fallback plan. They didn't have savings. And so I was really proud of that program. And just another shout out to the NCB Foundation. I love you guys. Well, when I first started it, it was in Jamaica. It was like talking about something so foreign to people. People were so trained that to make money, you needed to have a job. And even to make money on the side, you needed a second job. So to tell people that you can create your own opportunities and be your own boss, and all you needed was a laptop and an internet connection and some knowledge, was like, people thought I was a scammer. So back, I remember people used to ask me that all the time. I'm like, would I use my face and do this? Even when I showed my success stories. But over time, it evolved into something where the word of mouth was bigger than I could ever dream of. It was people talking to other people and sending them to my courses, family members buying courses for other family members. It's funny. One of my students, he has bought courses for 6 family members who are all doing well. And I asked him, I said, when do you decide to buy one of my courses for one of your family members? He said, the minute they asked me for money. And I just cracked up laughing. He's like, I'm not going to give you any money, but I'm going to give you an opportunity to make money for yourself. And so he would give them the course, and then they would take the course and learn their own business. And he would tell me, if they were not interested, not only would they not get money, but they wouldn't get your course. And so I'm like, yes, that reminded me of the give a man a fish versus teach a man to fish. And I've always been a big proponent of teaching a man to fish. So since that time, we were only doing events in person. People did not want online courses. They wanted to come in person. So we would do workshops. In the beginning, I did them myself. Then I had trainers, and then we had it where I don't even show up and trainers are doing it. And now we've evolved to where it's 100% online. And we did this about, I think it was 18 months before the pandemic, all of our courses were online. And that's also because even though we call ourselves Internet Income Jamaica, and the Jamaica is on there and will always be on there, people from all over the world take our courses, especially all over the Caribbean, lots in Africa, lots in America. We have a lot of Americans in Internet Income Jamaica. But it's evolved now to where it went from 100% in person to 100% digital. And so our courses are now on-demand courses like Netflix. You log in, you play a course, you follow the instructions. And then we also have courses that are a hybrid model where it is the on-demand meets the live coaching sessions. You come on, you see your coach on the camera and you go through the class. I love the evolution of it, and who knows where it's going to be 5 years from now, but I'm totally in love with the evolution of where we were and where we are today. So, what is my big vision for Jamaica and the impact and the legacy that I want to leave? So, my big vision is that Jamaica is looked at as the number one, not number two, not number three. It's looked at as the number one place that corporations, small and large, entrepreneurs and authors go to find people who have the skills that they need in order to get the stuff done that they need to get done in their business. So, it becomes the place when people are talking and say, oh, I need to get something designed for my business, the automatic response is, I bet there's someone in Jamaica who can do that for you. So I'm pushing every single day to train as many people as possible to over deliver to their clients when they do get work in, and to build a reputation for Jamaica, that Jamaica gets looked at by the whole world as the place, as those people have the skills to help businesses globally, right? It becomes the center. Our population of less than 3 million people becomes the center for the world as they look to say, you know what, I need skills, and where can I go for that? Jamaica becomes the place that's outsourcing skills and importing US dollars, because here's what happens when people work and earn online is that they work online, and the currency of the internet is what? It's US dollars. They earn US dollars. They bring that into Jamaica. They're bringing outside currency in. So all of my students, they're not recycling money on the island. They're not earning in Jamaica and spending in Jamaica. They're bringing money in from abroad, right? From foreign, and spending it locally. What does that do to the economy? What will be the impact? We have thousands of people doing this now, but what will be the impact when hundreds of thousands and 1 million people start doing this? That's what we're looking forward to seeing, and that's where Jamaica will go, and there is no stopping. My sister Lorette and I will say that we are not stopping until we reach our goal, until Jamaica is looked at as the number one place for skills outsourcing, until Jamaica's economy, we start to hear the government officials and the banks saying the influx of US dollars from the service-based industry, the outsourced service-based industry, has had such an impact on our economy. And that's when we know that we have done our job. Final words as we end this interview. I would just like to say, you know what? The internet does not care about your race, your religion, your education level, your gender, where you are from. All it cares about is that you can do the thing that you say that you can do. I've had students with 7th grade educations to PhDs take my course and deliver services. It does not matter. It does not matter. The internet is the great equalizer. So whether you feel like, you know what, I don't have the test scores, or I don't have a high school diploma, or you feel like, you know what, I have so much education, and if you fall anywhere in between, nobody cares. All they care about is that you can do the thing that you say that you're going to do, because as someone who delivers services online, you're solving problems for people, and your value is based on the problems that you can solve for other people. So get out there, solve problems, and know that it is possible for you. One of my students has a 7th grade education. A lot of them don't have a high school, they don't have their high school diploma. They didn't finish high school. And then again, we've got retired teachers who needed additional income. So they took our course in making money in retirement. It does not matter. Don't let anyone else tell you that you cannot do this, because I'm here to tell you that it's possible, that you can do this, that so many other people have done this and have proven it, that if this is something that you're really interested in, I invite you to check me out. You can check out our website at internetinkomejamaica.com. So 3 words that make a lot of sense: internet, the money, now income, and where we are, Jamaica. internetinkomejamaica.com. Check out our courses, read our case studies, contact us, or connect with me on social media. On Instagram, I'm Alicia Lyttle, Alicia Lyttle on Facebook. I'm Alicia Lyttle Jamaica. Like, look for us, connect with me if you have any questions. I look forward to seeing you in our courses, and we're going to have a great time, helping you to achieve your goals if that's what you decide to do. Thank you so much for having me on this interview. I love you guys. You guys are so amazing. Keep pushing, keep believing, keep dreaming, and just know that it's possible for you. Thank you so much for that interview. A special shout out once again to Jamaica's Technology and Digital Alliance. Please follow them on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Look for JTDA on all social media platforms. Bye for now.